Hello, dear friends. How are you today? Today is a Wednesday, and it is time for our Instagram Live. And today we will be covering a very interesting topic, and it is the topic of resistance. When you look at NeuroGraphica drawings, they look beautiful. They look like smooth lines, circles, shapes, but when you start drawing, and in NeuroGraphica you always draw about a specific topic, you might experience different sensations. You might experience different emotions. And sometimes these emotions are not the most pleasant. And sometimes if you pick a topic that you're really invested in and you start drawing it, then all of a sudden you can experience shortness of breath, your headache might start. You might experience sort of tension in shoulders, your hand becomes heavy, your legs start hurting, and you really want to stand up and leave the room and abandon that drawing. And all the sensations are okay. And in NeuroGraphica, we call them resistance. So where does this resistance come from? It all comes from our neural connections. And we kind of, through the evolution, we basically quite a careful species, humans, because when we all kind of lived in the before civilization, we all lived kind of as tribes. It was dangerous to deviate from well-trodden paths because you never know what awaits us if we turn off a road. So kind of humanity, our Homo sapiens, we kind of tended to accumulate certain knowledge and get comfortable with our surroundings, and we will follow that path. And in a way, kind of the times changed. We all live in the comfort of our homes, but our mind still, to some extent, is a little primal. And our mind, sometimes I think of our mind is like an overprotective parent. So, and our mind protects us from going somewhere where it hasn't been before. NeuroGraphica is an amazing method that facilitates positive change in our life. But sometimes that positive change is still, the positive transformation is still change. And often our mind kind of resists that change. Because we all have our routines and they're safe, they're predictable. And they are, as I say, the key word is safe. When we're trying to go somewhere where we haven't been before, our mind actually protects us. So it goes into that state, if you think about it, almost kind of like flight or flight response. It's just resisting that change. So hence we can experience some of the kind of negative emotions, anger, irritation, frustration, etc. And on our body level, again, our body resists change as well. We can experience tension or weakness. Sometimes another also quite common is when we feel really tired and all we want is just literally to go to sleep. But that's okay. So it means that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and you are literally working with certain kind of areas where once you release these blocks, you will get an amazing amount of energy. So how do you deal when you meet resistance? I meet my resistance with happiness and with joy and with curiosity. So when I feel it, for me, it is a signal that I am on the right path. Literally, the first thing I do is I always have some water with me or herbal tea when I draw, and I kind of help my body to relax, hydrate, breathe. I kind of personally, we all have different ways to deal with resistance. I help myself through breathing. I do box breathing. And I also understand that I might need to do more work about this topic. I might need to draw more about this topic as well. Because sometimes when we go into the unknown, we kind of need to create this kind of neural connections. We need to kind of create this picture of new reality in our mind. So sometimes it is useful to work more. So resistance is natural. It is helpful. You are okay. And as I say, you need kind of to observe yourself carefully. You also, if you know the steps of the basic algorithm, you are kind of like monitoring at which and what stage this resistance occurred when you experience this resistance. And then you can work more on those kind of areas of your life. So it is an extremely important part of drawing NeuroGraphica, an extremely helpful part, even if sometimes it doesn't feel that great. So, but as I said, I suggest that you breathe through it and you kind of experience it, make certain conclusions, and help relieve that tension through through your body, through breathing, or through maybe you need to get up and walk around. Or maybe, one of you who is on this Instagram live would like to tell a little bit more if you are experiencing sometimes resistance while drawing NeuroGraphica, and how do you cope with it? So let me know if you want to join me and tell me a little bit more. Hello again. We experienced some issues with people joining this Instagram live, and I hope that now the issue is resolved, and I hope that you will be able to join now. So I think Anna and Asmita wanted to join, so please click a link, join the Instagram live. Hello. No tone, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, I might have to try again. So can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Please put yes if you can hear me, or plus in comments. That would be great. You can. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. I'm glad that you can hear me. So Asmita and Anna, you wanted to join live, so please join. Yes, I'm accepting. Oh, excellent. Asmita, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Lovely to see you. Oh, Anna, hello. Finally, it worked. I'm so happy.
Yeah, finally it's working. Nice to see you.
Hello. Please introduce yourselves, Anna.
Hello, my name is Anna Pavicic. I'm from Croatia, a NeuroGraphica instructor and also supervisor in trainee with Anna Denning in English speaking part of the NeuroGraphica, of the Institute of NeuroGraphica.
Wonderful. And Asmita, please say a couple of words about yourself.
Hello, everyone. So I am Asmita. I am a NeuroGraphica instructor, artist, and an art educator. And I'm a supervisor in training at the Institute for this year. So I qualified as an instructor in 23 batch.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome to Instagram Live. I'm so glad it worked finally. I just wanted to, we were talking today about resistance when you draw NeuroGraphica. Have you ladies experienced resistance when you draw NeuroGraphica?
Yes.
Yes, especially in the beginning, when I started to draw NeuroGraphica a couple of years ago. My resistance, especially when I was at the step 3, adding NeuroGraphica lines, and then I was, one thought came up frequently to my mind, like, oh my God, I have so much to do, and I'm sitting here and rounding. And it was, I was impatient. I had to stand up for several times to drink water, breathing. But since I draw a lot lately, I'm not experiencing as much resistance anymore. And I'm really taught myself to be patient until I came up to step 4, which is my favorite one, archetyping. And then I start to become more relaxing and really enjoying. And then some symbols and pictures merge, and it becomes fun. And I start to get something from the inside. And of course, I'm very grateful for step 7. I really enjoy to tie up everything, sort of say, up to my aesthetic standard.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, because you're a beautiful artist and your NeuroGraphica drawings are absolutely exquisite.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's excellent. So do you monitor at what stage of NeuroGraphica drawing you start experiencing that resistance? And how does it often manifest itself? Anna?
Oh, I thought that you asked Asmita.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yourself. Yeah, yourself. So do you monitor at what stage of NeuroGraphica drawing resistance starts appearing?
Yes, yes. In step 3. In step 3
mainly.
Yes, of course. At start, I know I'm aware of the resistance with the topic, but then I like the composition part, even if it is algorithm for removing limitation. Never mind, I like that part. I like the composing thing to create something new. And then when you need to, for example, resolve the catharsis line, or when you need to add other line or field lines or something in the composition step, and then you come to the step conjoining and rounding, and I always have to add so many lines there. I have so many thoughts in my mind, so many as many thoughts as many lines, so my drawing become with so many intersections. I need to round a lot. And then the most of the resistance is there.
Oh, fantastic. And Asmita, how about you? Do you still experience as much resistance as when you first started drawing NeuroGraphica?
Now I do not experience any resistance, but when initially in 22, when I just started, that was the first time when I came across NeuroGraphica, and just after enrolling for the course, I couldn't understand anything. And so that's the reason, like, literally disliked NeuroGraphica until I attended your session on 14th Feb in 22. After that, I got a feeling, no, there is much more to it. So maybe first resistance can come when we are not able to understand basics of NeuroGraphica itself. Then the second resistance, which was a very, very strong one, which I faced, was during the instructor training. So it lasted for 5 long months, mainly maybe because I was stressed out with lot of work at home or other responsibilities, and over and above that, it was like completely shaking me out of my comfort zone to think differently. And it was so strong resistance that I didn't even open the guides in the Facebook group or anything. I couldn't even look at the instructions. That was such strong resistance. But then I kept encouraging myself. I always remembered the Valentine's Day session which I had with you and the feelings I had. So I kept reminding myself, no, there is something more to it. There is a lot more in NeuroGraphica, and I need to just step this boundary. So then I forced myself to listen to the guides, the instructions, the videos, and then it was it was, I can say, it was a miracle or a very like strong universal help, that in spite of not doing any NeuroGraphica, doing just 2 or 3 drawings in 5 months, which is like the main course curriculum part, I was able to complete the instructor's course on time with my other colleagues. So I tried overcoming, not at one step. Once I start the drawing, I was liking it. For me, the resistance was of bringing that change within me. So now I am so glad that I could complete my instructor training course. It has completely changed my perspective. And now I am a big, like, I can talk about NeuroGraphica, the efficacy of NeuroGraphica. The NeuroGraphica is a miracle to anyone, to any extent, because I have experienced that within me. So that was really good. So thank you so much, because sometimes even one small session which we might have had, like I had it with you, that kept reminding me why you started. So that was like key, I can say, for me to keep completing, to keep going on the journey. Because when I came across NeuroGraphica in 22, it was like all of a sudden I felt I want to do this. So I didn't do any research, anything. I just straight away wanted to teach NeuroGraphica. But then there was so much more to it, that it is like working on the self to such a deep level, like opening up yourself, like fully opened up. And then you have to like mend yourself together. So that was there the resistance came. So it was a nice journey to be able to face our inner self at a very raw level.
Oh, thank you so much, Asmita. That's a beautiful, beautiful story. And I would like to invite everybody to do the basic use of NeuroGraphica course to learn the steps. Because when you draw NeuroGraphica
Yeah.
and you're aware what resistance is and when it comes, you can literally kind of monitor where the problem or where you have a block in the topic you are drawing about. And please come to our NeuroGraphic instructor course that is starting in May. As Asmita is saying, it is a life-changing course.
Yes.
Which just brings so much change, more positive change. You become more aware. So you don't just get kind of a new profession, but you also bring a lot of change within you,
Yeah.
and you become, well, I can definitely say, a more balanced, more self-aware kind of individual. So you don't just get a new profession, you also go on an amazing, magical, transformational journey. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. Sorry, it was we had to try twice to log in, but it finally worked. And thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank
contributing.
you.
That was very, very useful. And for everyone else, thank you very much for being part of this Instagram live. And I will see you next week. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much for see you.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Asmita.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.